Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Rima, and this is my partner.
Lola, hello, hello.
Okay, and today we're gonna be discussing Psycho and Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dual episode.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
out of time for Halloween.
Yeah, we recorded late. Okay,
We
so
watched, yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say, we watched them in October, so I mean, that kind of counts.
Yeah, but like we're like uploading it all the way November, so it's just 3 days after like Halloween, so I guess it's okay.
I guess, yeah. Well, let's get started then. Because we've got a lot
Yeah,
of
let's
ground to
do it.
cover.
So, Psycho, what did you like about it? I'm just gonna put you on the
Um,
spot. What did you like
it
about
was,
Psycho?
okay, so it was like not on purpose, obviously, but it was kind of pretty funny.
Yes, it was. To me, it
It
was.
was, especially, this is
I know what you're gonna say. And that's
the stabbing. It was just so bad. I also really liked that he liked stuffed birds. That was a good aesthetic image
it's
to
like
keep.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, and his whole little talk about birds was legit the creepiest part of the movie. Where he was like,
Oh,
birds are so fragile. I was like, sir, you are giving me incel vibes, and it is not okay.
okay. What did you dislike about Psycho then?
You gotta say what you liked about Psycho first.
Okay,
I wanna.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I like that the plot at the very end where he just it turns out that the murderer was actually him. He like dressed up as the mom, or was it
Yeah.
grandma? I don't remember.
It's
Yeah, it
the
was
mom.
surprising. Yeah, it
It
was
was,
surprising to me.
except I predicted it, so I
Yeah,
wasn't
you
surprised.
did. You know what? Okay, wait. The part where I was like so shocked, okay, it was like when they talked to like that dude, I forgot what it was. They were like, wait, we saw like someone like at the window. And then they were like, they thought it was the mom. But then
Yeah.
it's like, but the but like the mom already died like years ago. So who's in the tomb? And then I'm just like, oh, that was
That was a gag. That was
yeah. I was like, okay.
yeah.
So what did you dislike about Psycho? I'll go first, okay?
Yeah.
So what I disliked about it was the bad acting. But I guess it's like pretty good for back in the day, but like it's still very bad for me. Especially the part where she's about to get stabbed.
I know that scene is so iconic, but it was like so cheesy and like
I know. It's
that.
like she's not even getting stabbed.
They couldn't even really stab the actress. Jeez. Amateurs.
No, but like they got like a fake knife. Unless that was like a
Yeah.
real knife.
Um
Huh.
I hope it was a fake knife. Imagine if he accidentally stabbed her. Like, that would have been
That reminded me of like those Pinterest like ghost photo shoot. I
yeah.
think started the trend, honestly. I'm just gonna say
Ahead
it.
of the curve. Ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was so good. Um, I
Okay.
really liked how serious it took itself. I think that was because, like, it did joke a little bit, obviously, the ghost scene, but it was so,
Yeah.
like, so serious with its murderer. It was like, he found the loose. I saw the devil in his eyes. And you're like, how can you be saying this with a straight face? I mean,
Oh, I just remembered something. I didn't really quite get it when they made the joke about like how that dude has like a fling or something. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was a joke, and I still don't get it.
okay, what was the joke?
I don't remember, but I don't get it.
I can't help you with that.
It
Yeah.
was just cringy.
Uh,
It's like an old joke as well. Okay, what we dislike. okay, I'm gonna go first on this one again. I did not like the way they like moaned when they were getting choked.
Stabbed. Yeah, or choked. They were just like, oh.
Anyway, so I did not like that one bit. I felt so uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was. Sorry, I just like choked on my own spit. But yeah, that was very. I was like, it kind of happened in Psycho too. They were like, when she
Yeah,
got, stabbed, she was like, ooh. It was very interesting choice.
yeah. I don't understand why they couldn't just scream, but
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
What's
I didn't like Michael being the horny police. It was kind of
oh
weird. I was like, why is he literally? It was such a weird like choice. And obviously it's like a cliche, like, you know, sex bad, horny
yeah.
diapers. But I thought it was funny. He's like, he kills his sister, and then he kills the other girl who's going to visit her boyfriend, and then he kills the guy. It's just, it's a little, it's pretty
Oh wait,
funny.
oh my goodness. I just remembered a scene. Remember the two people at the very beginning with the police car or something like that?
Oh yeah,
And then he
yeah,
hopped
yeah.
onto the car, like the roof, and he just tries to like slam the like try to like crack the window with his palm. I think that was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way the girl fell when she put it in the like on the mud.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of that now. So let's get into the questions. Okay, question number one. How does the soundtrack help to create fear and anxiety in each of these films?
Well, both films had this like killer, the killer
Mhm.
song. I guess I'll
Yeah,
call it. It's like
the
the same
killer
thing the Jolly
soundtrack.
Shark had. Yeah, yeah. And that really helped because it would like
Yeah,
it was like a cue. It would play, and then you'd be like, ah,
there's
you
the
know.
killer. It also creates like with the like the killer song, you know?
Yeah.
It also creates like suspense and tension and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
when the song kind of like skips a beat, your heart also skips a beat. That's what
Yeah.
that's how I feel.
Yeah. I feel that too. I mean, yeah, they're really definitely some of the strongest parts of the movies. Not because like the rest of the movie isn't strong, but they're just so, iconic and important that it's like it kind of makes the movie. I mean,
Yeah.
not in like it it's like the most important part, but it's such like a iconic part. And it's like they were trendsetters in this, I think. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On to the next question, question number two. Okay, so both of these films are known for their final girls. How do the two films show us the evolution of the final girl over the course of about 20 years? How do the two films shows us the evolution of the final girl? I
Well, the
guess,
final girls. Oh, you go first. You go first. I've been talking a lot. Um, okay. So she was like more prominent in Halloween. She was like an actual person, like a character. Because
yeah,
in Psycho, she just was there, and then at the end did her thing. It was like, oh
she
my
popped out
god,
of nowhere.
yeah, for real. She wasn't even like properly introduced in the first half. She was
Yeah,
foreshadowed a little bit, but like, you know,
like you wouldn't even think the sister was it what's her name? Lila. You wouldn't
exactly.
even you wouldn't even think that she's the final girl. You would just think like she's like just a side character, and
Yeah.
she just pops off, and then she makes like she like sort of changes the plot, and it boom, she just disappears. You just think she
No.
would be like that, but then she's the final girl, so
Yeah, she
it's
really
classic.
isn't much of a that. You know what? That's a great point. She's just a plot point in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the final girl should be the dude, I think because I think he did the most
Yeah,
from the very beginning to like the very end. I think,
I think
yeah,
really he was the final girl.
yeah. I thought the final girl would be the detective, but he just ended up dying. So
Me too, honestly. I thought he'd be like a more important character,
yeah,
but
but
then
he
he just
just
got
ended
like,
up dying.
yeah, he just got like stabbed up. That stab scene.
The way he fell down the stairs, it was funny to me.
Yeah, it
You know?
was so cheese. Let's talk about cheese. That stair falling scene was like the entire brick.
Do you think it was like CGI? Like he just lays on the floor and then there's like a green screen or something like that at the back. Do you think CGI
I don't
existed?
think I don't think CGI existed, but I don't really know too much about ye olden days, so
Like they just have like him laying on the ground and he just like sort of flap his arms and then like ah and he just like acting. It's I think maybe that's how it works. Wait, I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Which cinematic choices and techniques stand out the most in each film? For Psycho, let's do Psycho first. What like cinematic techniques?
um that stair scene, whatever they used for that, really stood
Yeah.
out. Um and their use
Oh,
of
oh,
like oh, continue.
oh, okay. You know the part where the what's her name? I forgot her
Um
name, but when she's about to get stabbed, right? Like and then it shows like it pauses on the killer and
mhm.
then it shows the stabbing. I think that was very interesting. You're like
Yeah.
you're like shocked as like she's about to get killed. Oh, and then like the part where she's taking a shower and then like in those like curtain, like those shower curtains, and then it shows like
Oh
the
yeah,
figure of it. Yeah, I think that was
yeah.
very interesting too. Like I really like that.
Yeah, for
How
real.
about you?
It was
What do you
I liked all the close up weird face angles. They
like?
really reminded me of like Death Note, which it
Yeah,
might have been. It might have like inspired Death Note was probably what it was. But
just a bunch of like close-up shots and like those like sounds, like those soundtrack like
yeah,
like every direction.
the
Every time it zooms
weird
in, there's like
overhead
a
shot where their
soundtrack.
eyes are like.
Wait, that reminds me of those like Bollywood like dramas. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have. I know the one you're talking about where she gets introduced and it's like
It's
boom boom.
very, I know, like there's like so many like cutscenes and then like clips of like mashed up together with like different like like what is it? Like different
Um,
I forgot what it's called, but like it just mashed together and it zooms in, it zooms out and then there's like lightning and it flashes. It's just a bit too much. Okay,
yeah.
wait. Yeah, you say something.
Let's get back on topic.
Okay, Halloween. Cinematic choices and techniques.
I loved the cinematic choice to revive Michael like 14 times. Like
Oh, he got
she like,
shot.
he literally stood up after he got shot, after he got stabbed in the neck, after he got
In
stabbed
the
in the
eye with
eye.
the hanger.
Yeah, exactly. He got stabbed so many times, and he was just like, "Well,
You're dead,
I'm good."
but he's just not. He's invincible.
Yeah, I thought it was fun though.
Yeah. I also I liked I mean I like the like the POV, of the killer. I think that's
That was really
that's a
good.
very interesting choice. Like it's very interesting to like put it at the very beginning. You're just like,
For
who
real.
could this person be? Like what kind of
And the
ad?
reveal that it was like a little kid.
Yeah, and it just turns out it was like a child after.
In a
I'm like,
clown
oh,
costume.
I wrote some stuff, but like it's not that much.
All right, I wrote a lot of stuff, so you go
Oh
first.
yeah, oh my, I think I remembered the high pitched sound all of a sudden. Like this is the
Yeah.
very high pitched sound, and I'm just like, you're just like, what? Oh, and then the zooming, the what is it? They just have like random jack-o'-lanterns, in like the murder like victims like area thing. I think it's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Okay. Kind of related tangent. I loved in Halloween how it could have literally been like a week before Halloween, a month before Halloween,
Yeah.
just because there was like no sign of Halloween. The little kids that she was babysitting, they literally didn't even go trick or treating. They were just like watching scary movies. What was that about?
There was a group of oh my goodness, trick-or-treaters, but they were trick-or-treating at like 3 p.m. Like it's
They
still
literally
daylight.
got out of school and immediately started trick or treating.
I
But yeah.
felt very I felt bad for the what is it? The pumpkin that, you know, cracked, like got
Oh,
smushed.
I
I
was
feel
literally
so
more sad about that smushed pumpkin than I was for like most of the death.
the death. For real, me too. I was just thinking about the pumpkin the whole time they were getting murdered.
You were like, this is what they get for indirectly causing the smushed
For real.
pumpkin.
Oh, and then when like the when the girl was screaming for help and literally nobody came to help her,
For real.
the final girl. Like,
Yeah. You'd think at least one person would know her well enough and be like, this child normally is like sane. Maybe we should listen to her. No, they were
but like
like,
no. They just closed the curtain and were like, it's Halloween. You can be anything, but like, no, we're not gonna open the door for you and save you.
for real. Like, even if she was like not there wasn't actually Michael there, she could be having like a mental health crisis, and in which case you
Yeah.
should probably call for help anyway, just for her
Yeah.
own safety.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. You know that dude, the doctor or whatever? He walks so slow.
So does Michael, but yes, they both walk very slow.
He walks
Maybe
so
that's where he got it from.
They literally walk so slow. Like it took him probably the whole like maybe five 5 to 7 minutes to just walk one like less than a block. It's like it's very interesting to me. And then the chief just comes and be like, "Ew."
Yeah. Michael was also, like I said, very slow.
He could have just run to kill them, but no, he just wants to take his time.
He was like shimmying, Michael Jackson moonwalking to them, you know.
Oh, how did he disappear so fast?
Yeah, he was
If
walking so slow, and then he like fully.
that just it just made me think like what if like he fell down, right? And then
Yeah.
he got up and he just moonwalked slowly out of the frame.
God. The doctor's just like watching in disbelief.
Oh, it just makes me laugh.
Yeah,
It's
it is a lovely concept.
like he walked so slow. Like how fast did he like move out of the thing, Like he probably maybe. He just
With
like
the psycho killer, I honestly forget his name. I feel like it was Ryan, but
his
it
name
wasn't
is
Ryan.
Norman. His name is Norman. I'm looking at the paper. That's what his name is.
I was not close, but he feels like a Ryan, so I'm gonna. But yeah,
He
so
does,
Norma,
Ryan.
yeah,
Okay, what? Speak.
they really tried to like go into more detail over his mental illness. Like they tried to specify what mental illness he had,
Yeah. As
and
in
honestly, I
Halloween.
think it
They
made it
didn't do that.
worse because they were. It was so. It's such like a negative, harmful stereotype of DID, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, really, really, we got to be doing this. It was a choice,
And I
but it was
think
like
if like
medieval times. So
yeah,
sorry.
and then I think if people didn't like like back in the days they don't really know about like mental health and such, like DID, like they're pretty rare, I think. And I
Yeah,
think after seeing this film and they might be like, "Oh my gosh, DID is dangerous," you know?
yeah. There would if that was like your first exposure to DID, you'd definitely get some like
Yeah.
bad impression. Like, yeah, for
And
real.
then like hear about someone having DID and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be murdered," which is not true, I think. They
Yeah,
have different personality and those different personalities like protect the person. It's not
yeah,
really trying to harm others.
yeah. But yeah, no, it definitely was a choice.
Hmm.
Choices, as Tatiana might. No, okay, cut that part out. But choices were
Yeah.
made. Um, it was definitely, yeah, not a good idea. And then also casual transphobia in there
Hmm.
sucks.
It's mm, not very, very good.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's one more question which I'm
Wait,
trying
wait,
to look for.
we didn't talk about Halloween.
Wait, but it's just to say compare and contrast. We said
Um,
like okay, yeah, okay, Halloween. Like,
Halloween.
say you say it, because you said something.
Okay, well, Michael's mental
Mhm.
wellness was a lot less like explained. Besides the
Yeah.
fact that they said he is the devil, which was a little, I was like, all right. Um, he was just obviously treated less. He was like he was very much dehumanized, which
Hmm.
was
Yeah.
a choice. Um, but honestly, I haven't seen the other Halloweens, so for all I know, he could literally actually just be the devil.
He might be. I'm still wondering how he still like lived through all the gunshot wounds and
He's
such.
the devil.
I bet he's just immortal, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. It was made up, but are these movies good? Are they? I think they're
Are they?
good.
Yeah, I think,
They're good for their age, like when it's being like produced. I think it's pretty good.
yeah. Yeah. I don't think Halloween was ever truly a good movie, but it's such a
Yeah.
fun movie. And it was like funny to hear everybody's reactions, especially when we were in class and everybody was
Yeah.
watching. It was like a fun experience. So I think they were good. Maybe not Psycho, not so much anymore, but it obviously still holds value as a
It's like
movie.
it's like the start of like movie, like different types of ideas putting
Yeah,
like being put in one, and it like after these films are being released, like more and more films get creative and such.
yeah.
I think
They set
that
the standard, which I think we need to appreciate. I
hmm I totally agree. Okay, we're done with all the questions.
Yeah.
Yay! Clap,
Any
clap.
final thoughts on the movies? Any tidbits that we didn't get to discuss that you are dying to talk about?
Yeah. I don't think there's none.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
wait, no, there's
how would
one.
you rate
There's one.
them? Okay.
Actually, there's one. Okay, I didn't really like the way they added like those sexual scenes. I didn't really like those type of things. They
Me?
add a lot of those type of sexual scenes in like a lot of American movies I've seen, which I'm just
Yeah.
like, why? I think it would have been good even without it, but they just want to add it. I just wonder why though.
Yeah. I I thought they were funny, but yeah, they definitely did not they weren't super needed. Like
Hmm.
some of them, I guess the one at the beginning of Psycho was pretty important to establish the whole
Yeah,
affair. Um
but
but
not so important in Halloween, where the oh, I just remember they were having sex. Oops. Yeah, that
this is a naughty.
house. Who who's like missing or something like that? Like they're not home. They're dead. They're
They
having
for whose bed was it? Whose bed?
probably the parents. Probably not, but it still like kind of shocks me. I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh, they're doing it in someone's house. They could have done
yeah,
it at their own house or something.
for real. I just the re yeah, they really yeah, it was a choice. I think it caused the funny ghost scene, so I was kind of okay with
I,
it.
I guess.
But
I,
yeah, it was a
okay,
lot.
I just give it. I'll just like be happy that they gave us the ghost scene. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say. Anything else you want to say?
Um, Once again, my love goes out to the ghost scene. I'm just remembered in Halloween, a dog died. So negative 1 point for that. Because literally unneeded dog death. What the heck?
And okay, and then the pumpkin didn't have to get smushed either. I'm like,
Unneeded pumpkin death.
save the pumpkin, save the pumpkins,
Save the
and
pumpkin.
save the dogs, save the animal that was like they were like dead. They just got killed for no reason.
For real. The
Especially the
pumpkin.
birds. The
Oh my god,
birds, birds, and
the
Psycho.
birds.
I feel so sad just thinking about it.
I'm literally more sad for that pumpkin than I was for like everyone else.
Yeah, it was just trying to turn into a jack-o'-lantern, but then
It was
the boys gotta like make it like fall down. I was like, eh.
so disrespectful.
Honestly, yeah.
Well,
I just realized
um,
Michael is
yeah,
such a stalker for stalking a boy and a girl. Like, Michael, you
yeah.
stole.
Also, Michael is a 23-year-old man, which they were both
Oh,
like early 20s.
you just made me remember something.
Okay. What did you
You know?
remember?
Okay, you know how in the movie he said like it was 7, right? It
Yeah.
said it was, then it says 15 years later. That will mean he's either 21 or 22. But then at the end credit, it say he was 23, which I'm like, eh? The math doesn't make
Subtract
sense.
another point. Subtract another point for inaccurate ages.
Yes, subtract another point. Okay.
Alright. So what are your